All right. Look, man, I'm. I remember the first week I did a Raw review and a SmackDown review. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this shit every week, man. Just watch, man. I'm gonna start doing this." And then, yeah, after week two, week three, I was done. All right, look, it's that bad. All right, I know that there's a lot of fanboys out there that really love the WWE product. And like, no, this shit's so awesome. Like, yeah, I guess. Look, man, it's the WWE sucks at so many levels. It's not even funny. All right, it's not even funny. Look, I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm a wrestling fan. Like I'm out in the open about it. All right. It's not like I'm some guy that just hates wrestling that comes on here to just talk shit about wrestling. That's not what I am. No, I'm here. Look, I want it to be entertaining and all that. Isn't that the whole point? To have entertainment in the name. World Wrestling Entertainment. There's just so many problems I have with this product, man. All right? Like you can't, just because the ring posts have lights now, because the ring apron has lights now, okay? The rampway has lights, okay? Fucking, like, everything has lights now. Like, just because that's the case, just because everything looks nicer or whatever, it doesn't mean it's better than ever, right? It's terrible. It's terrible. It's just bad. All right, look. Let's first of all let's talk about Raw. All right, so they're supposed to be hyping up Survivor Series. There's one positive thing I'll say. I'm glad that they're bringing back Survivor Series for what it's supposed to be. You know, the 5-on-5, and but have you noticed how like there's nothing at stake? Like what? So Raw is going against SmackDown. Ooh, I mean it's kind of cool because you never see these guys wrestle one another because they're in two different brands or whatever. It's only been a couple of months, but whatever, right? And if you force me to pick which show's better, I'd say SmackDown, right? But it's not like SmackDown's amazing. It's just better than Raw, right? That's all. Okay, it's not like oh my god. Like, um, let's start with Raw. First of all, what about Monday Night Raw was memorable? I mean, I could go back. I have memories of wrestling, right? You know how many memories I have, whether it's Stone Cold coming out with a beer truck or Stone Cold putting cement in Mr. Man's convertible car or whatever. Memories I have of like Monday Nitro when Goldberg beat Hulk Hogan for the title in the Georgia Dome. Yeah, the Georgia Dome. Okay, Monday Night Show in the Georgia Dome. Good luck putting Monday Night Raw in any dome. Okay, it wouldn't tell half. It just wouldn't. Right? And I have memories. I have memories of Sting up in the rafters, and the Rocks. A lot of the Rocks promos and from both companies. Right? There's nothing about last Monday could you say, oh yeah, I'm going to remember that moment for years to come. It's just when have they had that moment? They don't have moments like that anymore. Okay, that's gone. Also, right? So like the Goldberg Brock thing. I mean, come on, really? They put a little the skinny ass fucking rent-a-cops, right? Like Goldberg called them, right? And they have them standing diagonally, right, separating Brock and Goldberg, right? And we all knew what was going to happen. Eventually, one or both were going to toss all those guys out of the ring, right? The whole segment was weak. All right. I mean, you gotta let Paul Heyman talk. Okay, you can't like shut up, like shut up, right? I don't have a problem with Goldberg's accent. I know people are giving him a hard time because he has a southern accent. I'm not a person that cares about accents. All right, it's we're in the year 2016. right? People don't give a fuck about accents and none of that bullshit, right? For whatever reason, the WWE has been so anti-Southern accent for decades. It's really not a big deal. I don't think it is, right? But anyway, other than that, what happened? It was all like predictable. Oh, I know what we can do. You guys got to keep in mind, right? This shit is not like it's not like they just put a card together, right? And then during the show decide what to do. That's not how it works. You would think it is because that's how much it's terrible, right? But people sit down, right? It is somebody's job. It's several people's jobs, right? To write this shit. And they get paid good money. Kevin Dunn, one of the higher ups, gets paid over $4 million a year. $4 million! Right? To come up with these ideas. That's insane. Right? People write this shit. I got a brilliant idea, Vince. Check it out. So we're going to have we're going to have Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley in the ring. And then out's going to come Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. Are you with me so far? They're going to stand in the middle of the ring, Vince. And then we're going to have them talk about how one is better than the other, Vince. That's what we're going to do. And then Stephanie's going to call out Team Raw. Because that sounds so cool. Team Raw. They're going to come out. Okay. And they're going to stand in the ring. And then get this, Vince. Get this. This is the big part. Okay. This is why you pay me. All right. This is why, Vince. This is why I'm making, 6 figures a year, Vince, because you trust me with this shit, Vince. Okay, this is why I need to raise to 7 figures, Vince. Check it out. I'm gonna lay it down for you, Vince. Check it out. And then Shane's gonna say, "Oh, you don't think we came along, do you? Oh, everybody's gonna love it, Vince. No one's gonna see it coming at all." We're going to have Team SmackDown come from the crowd and get this. They're going to have blue SmackDown t-shirts on. Like they're all going to match. Like Boy Scouts, Vince. Because they need to wear blue so people watching on TV can say, "Oh, that's Team SmackDown." See, you get it, Vince? Because you're on Raw. So we got to remind them that they're Team SmackDown. You get it, Vince? What do you think about that idea, Vince? Is that worth 6 figures, Vince? Yeah? You like my idea? Like somebody come up with this idea? Are you kidding me? This shit's insane, right? Like who wrote this? Who said, yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, I feel it. I agree. This is great. This is what I want. This is stupid. All right? Seriously. Somebody came up with this. Anyway, that was Raw. That was Raw. That was Monday Night Raw, basically. That's how much I remember. Like I don't remember what else happened. Oh, yeah, I know. I got a good idea, Vince. Why don't we bury the tag team champions, 2 weeks in a row? Because that's totally going to, sell the tag team championship, Just dumb shit. Dumb. Just dumb, stupid shit. SmackDown. What the fuck happened on SmackDown? I got a good idea, Vince. I got a renegade idea, Vince. Look, let me tell you about this, Mr. McMahon. This is why you pay me the big bucks, Mr. McMahon. This is why I make 6 figures, and I'm on my way to 7 figures. Check it out, Mr. McMahon. All right? The women of SmackDown, they're going to be having a match. And then we're going to have the women from Raw come from the crowd. Man, this is so edgy, huh? And then they're going to get in the ring. You know, and we're going to make sure that this they're going to wear red shirts that say Raw because they're on SmackDown. So we have to remind people like they're idiots that these women are from Raw. You get it, Vince? You know, because they're going to jump from the crowd, Vince, because they're going to be wearing red. And they're going to go through the crowd, and SmackDown security ain't going to catch them at all. Nobody's going to question that. It is what it is, Vince. It is what it is. It's going to be so edgy, Vince. When people see them with the red T-shirts, they're going to say, oh, are those the girls from Raw? You see, Vince, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Because nobody could just look at Charlotte Flair and say that's Charlotte Flair. No, they're watching SmackDown. They got to wear red T-shirts that say Raw to make sure people know they're from Raw. This shit's retarded. Like, who writes this shit? Man, like, I wish I could be paid six figures to write crappy shit. All right? Like, you could pay me to write that. Like, anybody could write. A child could write that. Right? This is not something innovative. They're not something like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. This is the height of entertainment. This is brilliant writing right here. This is Shakespearean writing. I mean, they took out AJ Styles saying that stupid line, man. It's a cheesy line. I'm the champ that runs the camp. Yeah. Yeah, you guys look like a bunch of fucking Boy Scouts with those fucking blue shirts on. All right? You look how ridiculous Wyatt looked with a fucking blue shirt, man. He looks so fucking ridiculous. It's just, it doesn't even fit his character. Like, it's just dumb. Like just picture this, all right? I want you to just picture this. These guys got together. So you expect me to believe they all got together, right? Bunch of dudes, and then they're like, man, I can't wait, man. You know, when Shane, Daniel Bryan give the signal, we're going to go out there, we're going to whoop some ass. Right? Yeah, that's right. Hey, guys, here are your T-shirts. I think we should all wear matching T-shirts, huh? Let's just wear matching T-shirts. And I could totally, like, what, they all put it on? Like, Randy Orton just look at the T-shirt and say, what the fuck, what do I need a T-shirt for? No, let's all just put it on. Let's all put on a T-shirt, you know? Let's just put on the T-shirt together. Who made this decision? Was it an order? The same thing with the girls when they quote-unquote invaded SmackDown. This shit looks so corny, all right? It's just so corny. Like, you don't need to do that. That's dumb, all right? That's dumb. That's stupid. You know, they did the same shit. Like, back during when like, they purchased WCW, right? Like, they had these guys wear the WCW shirts. You know, it's just so stupid. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. And then they had The Undertaker come out, right? So The Undertaker notices that Shane McMahon, right? Shane McMahon is on Team SmackDown. And The Undertaker's back, by the way. He says, I'm back. It's not just about WrestleMania no more. I'm back. Oh, yeah. And I'm telling you right now, SmackDown all the way. That's right. I'm the fucking dead man. I'm The Undertaker. I'm the baddest motherfucker in the yard. Yeah, that's right. So you know what I'm going to do since I'm The Undertaker? I'm going to say, Shane McMahon, step the fuck aside. All right, I'm going to join this team, and this is going to be guaranteed victory right here. Right? That's what The Undertaker did, right? No. Actually, no. The Undertaker tipped his hat to Shane, the stuntman that dove off like whatever feet, 20 feet it was, okay? And then he proceeded to say that there's going to be hell to pay. And SmackDown does not beat Raw. Like, why? Why is there hell to pay? Why does he care? Why does the Undertaker? Why is he so invested on SmackDown when it's some 5-on-5 matchup, right? Survivor Series style matchup, elimination style matchup against Raw. Why? It's not explained. It's pointless. It's stupid. There's going to be hell to pay. Why? Like what? This isn't. You're not even going to bother explaining this. Are you telling me no writer just thought about this? Hey Vince, I got a brilliant idea, Vince. That's right, Vince. That's why I'm the six-figure man. That's why you pay me to write this shit. Okay, this is why you pay me, Vince. This is why you pay me 6 figures. Check it out, Vince. All right, hear me out. The Undertaker has a fetish for SmackDown. He likes the blue, okay? And he's tired of everybody talking that Raw is a shit. So, for no particular reason, The Undertaker has a hard-on for SmackDown, and he wants SmackDown to win, right? Now, he's going to go up there. He's going to give him props, okay? Even though he sees Shane McMahon, who's in character not even supposed to be a wrestler, okay? Even though that's the case, okay, the Undertaker is not going to demand that Shane McMahon move aside so he could be the big boss and make sure that SmackDown wins. No. Instead, he's going to threaten, okay, he's going to threaten the team if they don't win. He's going to give them this big pep talk, right, and tell them that Raw better rest in peace. What do you think, Vince, huh? I think this is brilliant shit. Who the fuck's writing this shit? Who's writing this, right? And who the fuck came up with this whole fantasy warfare bullshit with fucking with Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar? Who came up with this? Like who came up with this? You could still promote the video game without being obvious about promoting the video game, right? Like you could still do it, all right? The NFL still like promotes like NFL games and stuff, right? But they don't call like a game fantasy football. Like that's dumb, man. Like what? It's just so dumb. This shit's stupid, right? Fantasy warfare, right? Like what the hell? I like how Brock Lesnar, backed out of the fight, stepped out of the ring, right? I like how he did that, by the way. And so let me get this straight. He steps out of the ring, and the announcer's like, I never seen Lesnar step out of ever. Do these guys think like we're all stupid or something? There's video evidence of this. Every feud he does this. Okay, every feud. He did it with Cena. He did it with, he did it with The Undertaker. He did it with Triple H. He did it with, who didn't he do it with? That's a better question. You know that whole thing where he kind of teases like he's going to get in the ring, and then he just like steps out of the ring and smiles and walks away? And the announcers are like, I never seen Brock Lesnar get out of the ring like that. Ever. I never seen it. You never seen it. So you motherfuckers must have been like the rest of us, so bored out of your mind watching Raw that you never noticed Lesnar doing that or something. Because he did it in practically every feud he's been in. Not every feud that Brock Lesnar's been in, he does that same exact tease that he's going to get in the ring, and then he hops out of the ring and slowly walks backward up the rampway while Heyman says things like, we don't fight for free, or Sunday, it's going to come on Sunday, right? He always does it. All you got to do, all you got to do is on YouTube, go ahead and search it. I don't know, Lesnar crashes Hogan's party, something like that. Okay, he does the same shit. Like, Cena runs to the ring, and then Lesnar teases like he's going to attack him, and then he slowly gets out of the ring. It happens every time. Why do the announcers do this? Like, I never seen it happen. Oh my God, I never seen Lesnar do that. Like, what? What are you talking about? He does it literally every feud he's been in. Like, the better question is, what feud hasn't he done it in? Maybe the Randy Orton feud. That's about it. Because they only had like 2 interactions, before SummerSlam. That's it, right? So there you go. All right, that's a feud. Okay, he even did it with the Big Show. I remember when he was feuding with the Big Show like 2 years ago. All right, like, this shit's stupid. Right, like, I never seen him do that ever. Like, get out of here. they, they think, I don't know, man. Like, it's you could tell, like, someone getting paid figures wrote that down for the announcer to say that, and they think people are stupid. All right. I mean, I don't know. It would have been better for him to have attacked Goldberg and have Goldberg like clothesline him out of the ring or something like that. Okay. Now that, I mean, that's kind of happened too before, but at the very least, you don't have to lie to people like, oh my God, I never seen that ever. Like, shut up. All right. What he did it, like, he would do that shit with Kurt Angle back in the day. Like, he always did this. He did it with The Rock when they were feuding, I think. Like, he did this shit. Like, even back before he went to UFC and all that, he always did that. That's like his MO. That's like Lesnar's thing before a big pay-per-view, right? So that it's just to quote unquote create heat. That's what he does, right? Anyway, what else? They had Ziggler lose to The Miz. Why? Like, what? The Miz fucking sucks, man. Look, Ziggler versus Sami Zayn would have been the match of the night. It would have stolen the fucking show. Okay, that would have been a classic Intercontinental Championship match. But no, you got to give us a fucking Miz. I mean, this is stupid. I bet you anything, because Vince McMahon, okay, and his writers, his 6-figure making writers, right? Some of them in sevens, by the way. 7 figures. Kevin Dunn, $4 million a year, right? These guys are paid to come up with these ideas, right? Somebody got it. Like, I bet you anything. Nah, Vince, but Vince, we can't have 2 faces. We can't have 2 guys that the fans like wrestle each other. We got to have a guy people hate and don't want to watch versus, a guy people like. It's the way it is, Vince. That's the way you do it. Heel versus face. It's just so dumb, man. Like, well, what are you gonna do? So if Sami Zayn wins, you literally gave the belt to The Miz for a fucking week. I mean, that for 5 days. It's stupid, right? And then if The Miz wins, then what? I just don't know what he has going for him. I just don't. It's not that I dislike The Miz or anything like that, but he just, man, Ziggler versus Sami Zayn would have stolen the show. But no, they can't do that. No, let's fuck it up. That's what we do. We're the WWE, and that's what we do. All right? I mean, that's it. Brilliant. They're going to have a match nobody cares about, by the way. Have you noticed how nobody gives a fuck about the Cruiserweight division? Nobody cares. Why should people care, right? Well, I got a brilliant idea. You know what we could do, Vince? Like, brilliant. I got a brilliant idea. We just had this Cruiserweight Classic on the WWE Network with some of the best matches the WWE has put on anywhere, whether it's on TV or network. Some of the best matches they put on, right? It reminded people why the Cruiserweight division is special, right? We're going to take that. Look, if you were to tell me, name me the 5 best matches of the year, at least 3 or 4 of them would be from that Cruiserweight Classic, right? Now, granted, I don't watch NXT that much, so maybe if I did watch that, maybe you could put some in there, but it's just to put on perspective. It's better than any shit I've seen on Raw all year. I could tell you that much right now. And it was better than any shit I saw at WrestleMania, right? They put that shit on Raw, right? And here's what they did. I got a brilliant idea. Let's give the ring crew more work and have them put purple ropes around the ring. Follow me here. Follow me. We're gonna have purple lighting, like purple rain, like we're the Minnesota Vikings and shit, right? Like if Prince is about to come out, like every time I watch a cruiserweight title match, I'm thinking to myself, it's like maybe he's not dead. Maybe Prince is gonna pop out and like do a concert or something. I mean, these guys are just going crazy with the purple lighting. Okay, purple ropes, purple ring aprons. Okay, purple, just purple rain. Okay, purple rain. That's what they got. All right, just purple all over the place. It'll make it's a sea of purple. Let's put a neon blue light all across the arena. All right, this is brilliant. And then we're gonna have the cruiserweights come out, right? Follow me here, Vince. We're gonna give them no storyline, and we're just gonna do one of two things. Either we're gonna do a 6-man tag match all the time that means nothing, and that will take them nowhere, or we're literally gonna put them in one-on-one matches that look just like the other matches on Raw. We're not going to give the cruiserweight division any type of identity. We're not going to let them take chances. We're not going to let them do the usual high flying and unique high flying that they did in the Cruiserweight Classic. No. We're going to put Sin Cara and the Cruiserweight Champion, right, in a match that looks like any other typical WWE style match, right? But it's okay because we got neon purple lights, and we got purple ropes, and we got purple turnbuckles with purple WWE logos. It's all good, right? Hell, we even have a light hitting the mat that says Cruiserweight Division. How about that, huh? You didn't think about that, did you? You didn't even notice that, did you? I mean, I'm sure the viewers look at that and say, I totally give a fuck. Was it for the purple? Like, I'm telling you, I wouldn't give a fuck about the Cruiserweight Division, right? I mean, the purple really sells me. So here's what I think. I believe they got to take the Cruiserweight Division out of Raw, so I hope Kalisto actually wins the match at Survivor Series, because they're doing nothing with the Cruiserweights on Raw. Nothing. Okay? They're not building any rivalries between they're not treating it like its own division. They're treating the Cruiserweights like they treat the fucking women's division. Right? It's the same fucking shit. Right? You know what it screams out to me when they put the purple ropes and the purple mat and the neon purple and all this shit? You know what that screams out to me? It's almost like a entertainment show while we go back to the real show. That's what strikes me. That's what it reminds me of, right? And I don't like it. I don't. You would think that the WWE would learn from sports like, especially in today's age, sports like boxing and sports like MMA, these legitimate sports. You would think it would learn and say, you know what, you could create a major star, and he doesn't have to be a big guy or fight for the heavyweight championship, right? But no, they don't learn, right? Because they're out of touch, right? These nerdy dudes that write these storylines, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what they're doing, okay? Man, look at these little cruiserweights, these little itty-bitty little cruiserweights. You know, we should just put purple all over the place. Kind of like the little kids that play with Barney. Remember that? See, that's what it strikes me like. Like, it's just, they don't take it serious, right? So either the cruiserweights should have like their own thing, kind of like NXT does, right? Or put them on SmackDown and see how it goes, right? That's what I think. I mean, if I'm honest, Raw is 3 fucking hours long, man. 3 hours. They could have easily done the first hour with just cruiserweight action, right? Just like, and then have Raw start after that. But they won't do it. They're fucking idiots, right? It's fucking, or just have Raw be 2 hours long, and then after that, do the 205 in the last hour. Just have cruiserweight action after that. It's just it's stupid. All right, I don't know what to say about this product, man. Like I don't. There's nothing that's captivating my interest. I mean, I saw it was like the stupidest storyline ever. So R-Truth and Goldust, right, were selected to be in that tag team Survivor Series matchup or whatever, right, representing Raw, and they had R-Truth supposedly the spot for some getaway, right, in Puerto Rico with Goldust. Now, first of all, are you fucking shitting me? Right? You know how dumb that sounds? You know how stupid that is? You know how I could not take that serious? What is wrong with this company? I don't. Wrestlers today, all right? Let me tell you something. Maybe, look, they hold these guys down, man. First of all, they give them scripts to read and shit like that. That's why they're not original, right? That they don't let themselves develop. That's why you don't have originality from them, right? Back then, guys had to learn how to do a promo, bam, on the spot, right? They knew that they had to look believable on the spot. It was an art form. They wouldn't literally tell people how it's like literally piece by piece how the match is going to go. Right? They would just tell the wrestlers this is the finish, and that's it. And they would go out there and they would do their thing. Writers had no bearing on that, right? They would just tell the wrestlers, "Hey, look, Stone Cold, you're going to go over on The Rock. In other words, you're going to beat The Rock, right? By pin, whatever." They would go out there and they would do their thing, but knowing what the finish is, and that's it, right? Now everything is scripted. These wrestlers are not allowed to be, creative. They're not allowed to be creative on the mic. Okay, they don't even know how to control crowds anymore. I mean, it's fucking sad. It's sad, right? They don't know how to work a crowd. I'm seeing YouTubers on here and even wrestling fans complain. Like I see them on social media complaining about how, these crowds are hijacking the show, man. They just start chanting shit and they just take over the show and it's fucking annoying. Right? Because they were throwing Charlotte off. They were throwing her out of it. They were just. What happens when you're scripted, right? And fans start chanting random shit, it takes you, you're just thinking to yourself, I need to say this, I need to say that. You just panic, you don't know what the fuck to do, right? Because these guys, they don't know how to work a crowd, right? First of all, have you ever thought that maybe they're chanting random shit because they're fucking bored out of their mind, right? Because they're trying to find, because they're there. I mean, look at Raw. Okay, they do tapings for Superstars or some shit like that. Right, and then they have other shit before that. So Monday Night Raw is a little over 3 hours long. So a Monday Night Raw, they're there for 5 fucking hours. So if they're chanting random shit to stay awake, then oh well, okay. But you need to know how to work the crowd. All right. So look, something like that would not happen to Ric Flair or Roddy Piper. Right, it wouldn't happen to them. There's no way a crowd would hijack the show from Roddy Piper, right? He was the fucking show, right? Number one, they would listen because they were there for him, okay? He was one of the reasons people showed up. That was number one, okay? But if the crowd started chanting random shit, right, while Roddy Piper was talking, he was a fucking heel, right? He would turn it against them so idiots for chanting it so fast, they would stop immediately. Right? Or he would have them booing in no time. He would get real heat out of it. But these wrestlers today, they don't know how to do it. They just don't. They don't know how to work a crowd. Some of them do, but not all of them. Right? The one guy I could say that they were starting to kind of take over the show a little bit but he put them on their place quick. First of all, Jericho's good at it. Number two, Kevin Owens is good at it, okay? They were chanting that shit like you deserve it, like 2 weeks after he won the title, right? And he shut that shit down quick, right? He said something like, first of all, this isn't, I don't need you to tell me I deserve it. You don't need to steal my moment. I want the title, not you. He turned it on him like quick. But that's what you're supposed to do, right? But no, like it's fans hijack the show from wrestlers. That's fucking stupid. If fans hijack a show, it is the fault of the performer, not the fans. Okay, period. And I will believe that to the day I die. Okay, wrestling matches. Why do all the wrestling matches look the same? All of them. Almost all matches, 90% of it's the same fucking match. It's like the same routine. It's given the same routine. It's why do you think? Because they're being told basically for the most part how to work the match, right? There's no more creativity, none of that. That is gone in wrestling. It's gone. Well, not in wrestling, but in the WWE. I don't watch any other wrestling, right? I don't got time for Ring of Honor. Sorry. Okay, I don't got time for TNAs. That shit's still around. Sorry, right? Lucha Underground, I don't got time. Sorry, right? But that's sad, man. It's sad. Sad times. The lighting's good, though. The lighting's really good. If you ask me, it's way too much lighting. Get rid of some of the fucking lighting. You don't need lighting on the ring apron. Get the fuck out of here. Right? It comes off as like, I don't know, it just comes off as like overproduced, which is basically what the WWE is. It's overly produced, right? Let these wrestlers go out there and make mistakes, right? First of all, when they make mistakes like that shit's funny. Because that's part of the entertainment when they botch shit or they fuck up on the mic or just let them do it. It's long term. It's going to be better, right? And you'll stop the cheesy ass jokes. I mean, these jokes. Like, have you heard these wrestlers make these jokes? Like they'll try and be funny, and it's you're almost like, who wrote this shit for you, right? You have these nerdy writers. Okay, I have an idea, man. I have a cool joke for Roman Reigns to say about Jericho. I'm gonna write it down, man. Like, just dumb shit. And then they have like Roman Reigns go out there and say these jokes, and like nobody laughs in the crowd. All they do is boo because it's like so stupid, right? It's just dumb. Right? Start listening to the fans. If they're booing Roman Reigns, that means they don't like Roman Reigns. That's it. Right? Let me tell you something. There's a difference between heat, right? And just not being liked. There's a difference. Okay. Number one, when you're the heel, right? It's your job to get booed, right? So if you can get people to boo you, the people will like enjoy booing you. It's kind of like it's just like a thing to do, right? Like, boo. Like, because what a fucking asshole, boo. It's just, but it's like a cool boo. Okay, it's like the type of boo that you like you kind of know the guy's like his heel character is so good, you're gonna boo him, right? And then there's the get this fucker off my television, get out of the fucking ring, stop pushing this motherfucker. I'm tired of seeing this guy, right? When someone's being pushed as the face, as the hero. Okay, when you're having someone kick out of everybody's finishers and beat everybody cleanly, and you're having him be the hero, and you're putting him out there as Superman, and he gets booed, that he's not doing his job. He's not. Okay, he sucks at his job. He's supposed to get cheered, and that's it. And if he's not doing a good job, then it's time to turn him heel or something. It's time to give him something else to do because he sucks. But anyway, my point is they're not booking Roman Reigns to get a mixed reaction. They know they want the guy to be liked. They know they want him to be a big superstar, and they're failing at it, right? They're failing. And that's it. And that's another problem with the product. They're so stubborn on who they want to push to the, I mean, the level of stubbornness it's just unbearable. 3 years now that they're trying to make people like Roman Reigns. 3 years. Maybe in the fourth year they'll get it, Vince. You know, maybe you're getting there. Like, how long are you going to have to push this guy? Shove him down people's throats. I don't care how many times you get Kevin Nash and Scott Hall to come out and on a WWE network and say, no, he's doing a great job. You know, it's just a bunch of idiots in the internet that don't like him. No matter how many times you get a guy like Ric Flair to come out and look, man, I don't care how many wrestlers you have come out and say that Roman's the man, right? People aren't going to buy it. Okay. They're not. Lastly, you know, wrestling, I mean, since the 50s, man, wrestling has always tried to tie itself to current events in the world. You know, if there was a war going on, wrestling did something with it. Okay, if there was controversial shit going on around the planet, wrestling did something with it. Okay, what are they doing now that you could say is parallel with our society today? Nothing. It's fucking stupid. Which is why people just don't find it relatable. People can't connect with any of these guys. They're all so generic and cheesy and, you know, and scripted. Right? You're not allowing these guys to shine. You're not allowing these guys to look at what's happening in society and try and connect with people. You're not allowing that. So it's amazing to me that the WWE doesn't understand why Roman Reigns is being rejected. Number one, in my opinion, Roman Reigns sucks. Okay, but put that aside. Even I honestly believe if Roman Reigns was very talented, the way they're pushing him, I honestly believe, I mean, he would be rejected anyway, right? And that's because right now, it's in 2016, we're living in an era that, first of all, is crying out for some type of anti-hero, right? And it's unbelievable they haven't made that happen. Okay, that's number one, right? They had it with Seth Rollins. People were loving Seth Rollins, right? They were cheering him, even though he was a heel. And what do they do? What do they do with Seth Rollins? They turn him into a fucking cheesy face. They turn him into what people like fucking hate, right? You got him out there now making jokes now. Sparkle crotch. Sparkle. I just called Chris Jericho Sparkle crotch. Like, who the fuck wrote that? Get the fuck out of here. You think that's funny? Oh, ha. You know, and the funny part is, okay, one time, you know, like those jokes that are funny the first time, but then people keep repeating it. Like, if the person keeps telling the same thing over and over, it gets old right away. Yeah, like it got old after the first time, right? Every fucking Monday Night Raw, Sparkle crotch, like it's getting old, right? It's not funny anymore. It wasn't the first time. It was like like the first time. After that, it's like, yeah, oh, okay. This is anti-establishment, right? People don't want to be told, hey, this is the guy, right? That's why Hillary lost the election, because the establishment said, the Democratic establishment said, no, Bernie Sanders, fuck that guy. This is it right here. Bam, Hillary Clinton. That's who you want as president. And people rejected it, right? You get Roman Reigns and you say, oh, yeah, this is your guy right here. People reject it. Okay, they're like, no, fuck no, he's not the guy. You're not going to tell us, okay, who the guy, we're going to pick who the guy is, right? Let the fans decide who's going to be the guy, right? That's it. I mean, what they're doing with Seth Rollins is fucking sad. Why are they changing the character? Why? All of a sudden he's being nice to Roman, and he's been like why? Could you imagine it? They did that shit with Stone Cold. Stone Cold really didn't change his character much. What they really did with Stone Cold was he started being more aggressive towards the heels, right? They kept the character the same. They just turned his aggression against Vince and Rock and stuff, right? And Triple H. That's what they did. So instead of attacking like the Bret Hart, who was like this, the face that really they're trying to make, Seth Rollins to be now, right? Guys like that, they just had him turn his aggression to other people. But he never like all of a sudden started liking people and shit like that. I mean, this shit's stupid. Okay? The Rock, right? When The Rock turned face, there wasn't like hey, by the way, I'm a face now. No, all they did was, right, they had him just become aggressive against other heels, right? That's all they really did with The Rock, right? And over time, it was kind of recognized that he's the face now, right? And people, there's too much like, I believe anyway, decades ago, we were done with the good guy, bad guy thing, right? Like everybody knows that the world's more complicated than that. And face heel isn't necessarily good guy, bad guy. It's not necessarily like it's the easiest way to like explain it to people, right? But a face, like the face in a rivalry, doesn't necessarily mean that guy is a good guy, right? It doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad guy either. You look at the conflict, right? And you look at who the protagonist is, right? And who his rival is. That's really what it is. This is like, this shit's as old as fucking Shakespeare, right? But they can't get it. They're trying to make people like this guy. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, Roman Reigns has naked pictures or some shit of Vince McMahon, right? This guy has something on Vince. Like, I don't know what it is, man. Like, hey, if you stop giving my push, I'm gonna tell everybody we're lovers. Like, I don't know, there's something. All right, but man, I'm just getting tired of this WWE, man. I'll take weeks off of not watching this shit. That's how bad it is, right? That's how bad it is, man. What are the stakes, by the way? So you're telling me that the big stakes of the Raw versus SmackDown, right? Because I get it, right? Bragging rights, okay, all right. But there has to be more than that, right? What's at stake? Like what's at stake? The Undertaker saying it's going to be hell to pay? That's what's at stake? Really? Like, I remember other Survivor Series where what was at stake? There was some type of power struggle. The winning team ends up, becoming that guy becomes a GM or becomes owner of the company, or just something. You got to something has to be at stake here. I mean, what's at stake to make the guys in SmackDown put on matching T-shirts to go invade Raw? Like, what's at stake for them to do something like that? I'm just saying. What's at stake? Nothing. Nothing's at stake. It doesn't feel like anything's at stake other than bragging rights. That's it. Right? So we'll see how Survivor Series goes. We'll see how Goldberg and Lesnar's match turns out. I think it's going to be a very underwhelming match, unfortunately. I think everybody's going to be pumped up for the entrances. And then 2 minutes into the match, everybody's going to be like, yeah, Goldberg's been out of the ring for a while. If Goldberg is huffing and puffing after 2 minutes, like, I don't know, like, good luck, man. Good luck trying to watch that match while falling asleep, right? I'm just telling you that right now, right? Brock is going to have to carry this guy for as long. I don't know. It might be like a 10-minute match. I don't think it's going to be that long. I think they're going to have I predict that he's going to spear Brock. He's going to try and lift him for the jackhammer. Brock's going to counter it, hit him with the F5. Watch. That's what's going to happen. Right? And the main reason I don't think Lesnar's going to try the jackhammer on Lesnar is because if you saw him try to lift Rusev, that wasn't a really good look. Like, he couldn't really lift Rusev, which is kind of sad. I remember this guy lifting some big dudes. So I don't even think we're going to see him do the military press, like where he like spins the guy in the air and then slams him down, like brings it to his shoulder and slams him down. I don't think we're going to see that. I don't think. I just don't believe that Goldberg could military press Lesnar anymore. I don't. He is old. He's up there in age, right? We're going to see like if Goldberg can't lift you in the air, what can he do? He doesn't have anything else. Right? Like technical wrestler, he's not like what he's might like body slam Brock. You know? Well, we'll see. We'll see what Lesnar. We'll see what Goldberg could do. I don't think he can. I'll be shocked if he lifts Lesnar in the air. I'll be very shocked. Right? I don't think he can do it anymore. I don't. Right? We'll see. What else? What else? But Lesnar's going to win that match for sure. They're not going to give Goldberg the win. No way. Unless Goldberg has some more long-term plans. You know, we'll see. But hey, I really don't know who's going to win the women's matches. Elimination match, and I don't care. Does anyone really care who wins these matches? Like, think about it. Do you really care who wins Raw versus SmackDown? Do you really care? I don't care. Like, I really don't. The women's, do you care? No. The tag matches, do you care? No. And they're not going to do it clean on any of them. Watch. All of them are going to end with some type of someone betraying somebody, right? Like Gallows and Anderson might betray Team Raw for the tag teams. AJ Styles might betray like somebody in the SmackDown team and cost them, whatever. Charlotte might like get mad and just walk out on Team Raw. I don't know, just something like that. It's not going to be clean. I could guarantee you on any of them. It's not going to be clean. I think the Miz is probably going to beat Sami Zayn. I don't think they're going to. I don't believe they put the belt on him just to lose it right away. But we'll see. Plus, why the fuck would you have the Intercontinental Championship and the U.S. Championship on the same fucking show? They're the same belt. Like they serve the same purpose. It's just stupid, But that's what I think. All right. With that said, that's all I really have to say. Really, nothing else to say. Although it's entertaining criticizing wrestling, it is. Right. I just can't believe. A lot of people watching, they're like, "Oh, this sucks," but I don't think people realize though how much of a staff puts this together. Like every time you watch a segment and you ask yourself, "What the fuck was that?" Right? Every time you watch a storyline, you're like, "Oh, this is so stupid." Remember these words. Someone got paid 6 to 7 figures to come up with that idea. So I want you to just keep that in mind. Someone's getting paid a lot of money to write that crap. Like I want you to just think about that. Every single time you see an embarrassing storyline. I'm just saying. Right? Anyway, we'll see what happens. And before I go, actually, because I know people are going to say, well, what would you have done? What would you have put on at stake, right? Well, look, I can't just say something off the top of my head, but so keep in mind, anything I say off the top of my head, if you paid me six figures, all right, if they paid you six figures, like this was your job to write the storylines, and you sat down and that's all you did for 8 hours a day, whatever it is, just coming up with these ideas, and you had a team around you, right? I don't know about you, but I think I would have come up with some better ideas, right? I think I would have something better than what we're seeing. So again, whatever I say now, if it was my job and I was getting paid six figures and that's all I did for hours at a time, my idea would be way better. Just keep that in mind. But just off the top of my head, I would have had a stipulation, right? So for example, on Raw, they could have announced it. I would have had Shane be like, you know what, Steph, let's put something on stake at stake. Because yeah, it's gonna feel sweet. It's gonna be nice when my team beats your team, which I'm confident we're gonna do. And I joined the team because I'm making sure we get that victory. Come hell or high water. But apparently you feel confident too. You feel confident in your team. And why wouldn't you? They're a talented group. Not as good as mine, but they're a talented group. How about it? Let's put something at stake, Steph. WrestleMania. We all know there's one match that's the main event at WrestleMania, and that's the last match. You have a Universal Champion. I have a World Champion. The winner on Sunday main events. That brand will main event WrestleMania next year. Boom. Right? Just like that. What's so hard about that? So that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Right? That's it. Could have done other things. Right? You could have said, hey, if the guy that gets the winning pinfall, the one that gets the winning pinfall is guaranteed the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble. So you could have done something, but no, but no, they can't come up with good ideas because they're a bunch of just idiots, right? They're a bunch of idiots. It's just not. Some of these wrestlers, man, make six figures, seven figures. They make good money. Make them earn it. Make them work on their promos. Make them believable. That's all I'm saying. Is that hard? I don't think it's that hard. That's what made wrestling. Why would he take something that made wrestling and just put it away? That makes no sense. It makes no sense, right? I get it. Well, advertisers, they want these wrestlers to know, that they want to script everything so they don't fuck up and say things that are going to piss off the advertisers, right? Look, they've always had advertisers, right? You know what gets you advertisers, okay? Ratings, okay? The only thing pissing off the advertisers is the low ratings, right? Now I get it. So some advertisers may say, okay, I want nothing to do with this product. That one thing that was said in that show, I don't approve of that, blah, 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 right? I get it, right? I do. But that's why you give your wrestlers you give them a bullet point, hey, touch on this, touch on that, have a meeting. Hey, we're not going to talk about stabbing people or it's not that hard, okay? But I mean, some of the cheesy jokes that are not even funny, sparkle crotch, that could piss off advertisers, right? I mean, I've heard John Cena make corny ass jokes, but they were kind of there, they sounded kind of homophobic or whatever, and so it's not like your own fucking writers aren't writing stupid shit. So that's all I'm saying, right? Just let these guys roam free, okay? Let them be what they want to be, like the army, kind of. That's it. That's all I'm saying, right? Well, anyway, I really do got to go. Tell me what you think, and I'm out.